Hello, I'm here with my beautiful coffee mug to welcome you to another video in which we are going to be reorganizing the library. That's right, I've put it off for like a year, but books aren't fitting where they need to fit. I am kind of over it. So we're gonna be doing a pretty big reorganization. As always, I'll give you an overview of kind of what the shelves are looking like and what is my organization system. And my new organization system, not gonna be an organization. It's just gonna be no system involved, just vibes. Because I would like to be able to slot books in wherever I could put them. And I'm going to be taking a lot of books off of these main shelves, which are in my living room, and putting some up on the very top shelf in my office. And that is for typically series that I have read, but I no longer feel the need to like grab right away. So either the series pissed me off or I just don't feel an urge to reach for it anytime soon. And so they're kind of out of the way, and that shelf has so much more room on it. So we're going to do that. We're going to be pulling series off these shelves, and then we're going to be shifting everything else around. You're just gonna come along with the journey, and however long this takes, which usually it takes quite a bit of time. As you'll see from the overview, there's a lot of books in a lot of places. So we gotta figure that out. But let's go ahead and start with an overview of the shelves, and then we're going to switch over to taking all the books off the shelves, because that is always the thing that takes the longest, and it's always what's going to consume the most time. Alrighty guys, here is the look at the shelves. So we have this main shelf here in the living room. If we pan over here, we have another set of shelves. And then, hello, we have this corner of shelves here. So these are all the books in the living room. This section right here, I don't think is going to change too much. This is my favorites corner. So everything here is red and things I really, really enjoy. And then I have a little spotlight up here for the rings. I really don't think this is going to change much. I'm debating about moving Throne of Glass to the office just because Sarah J. Maas keeps pissing me off. So we'll see about that. But yeah, I don't foresee a lot of these things changing. I like how my shelves are sitting. This top one is like childhood favorite books and some like extended favorites. This shelf over here, this shelf right here is my broken binding / special editions. This is where I display all my very pretty sprayed edges. Again, I don't think this will change too much because I like how it looks. But this is my serial killer TBR shelf. And I do think I'm going to change this and make it an actual shelf that holds more books in it. I don't know if it's going to hold my longer series or what, but I do think I'm going to change this from being a TBR only shelf just so it gets utilized a little bit more. And then the very top right here is my graphic novels and manga shelf. This probably is going to get some books removed off of it just because I find it very hard to put some books on. So I think I'll take some of these larger volumes that I've already read and move them where, I don't know, probably that shelf in the office, but I'll probably take some of those out, put them there. I might take Lore Olympus in there too. I need to collect the remaining volumes, but I've already read the entire thing. So I'm only buying and collecting to own the whole series. But where we're gonna see the most change is in these shelves over here. And we get back to somewhere we can have them kind of centered. So the very top shelf right here, or technically the very top is this. This never changes, as you've seen in many of my videos. But in this shelf probably won't change either. This is my school books. And then we have a ultra non-priority TBR / red shelf. This shelf right here is a mix between red and some of my longer series. This entire shelf is red. This is like high priority TBR books, and this is another kind of like miscellaneous shelf. So again, the organization hasn't changed from my last reorg video, but it is going to severely change this time around. Like I said, I'm gonna start by removing books off the shelves, getting them all probably on my floors and carpets and stuff. And then I'll come back at you with the series that I think I'm going to remove and put in my office. I will see you when that is done. Pray for my soul, because you know it's gonna be a time and a half. All right, hello. A little check-in. I have my pile of books that I think are going to go into my office, and I figured I'd go over them with you because I don't think I'm gonna show you me putting them in the office as of right now. That might change my mind, but these are the books that I'm going to put in. So first off is my graphic novel version of The Raven Boys. This is the first book in the Raven cycle by Maggie C. Votter. The other books are already in there, which is why this is also gonna go. I also have the first 2 volumes of Paper Girl in the deluxe edition. So this is Paper Girl Volume 1 and then Volume 2, which I'm obsessed with this cover. I'm putting it in there because I read Volume 1 and I was like, about it. But I do want to collect these because they're gorgeous. This one's got a little sun damage because I lent it to a friend, but it's still just so cool. And I need to get my hands on the third one. Also going in there is, I'm just gonna hold up one of them. It's my Lore Olympus series. I'm collecting these in the paperback because I adore Lore Olympus. I've read it entirely on Webtoon when it was still being published. So I'm just collecting the series as I go. And as you can see, there are a lot of them and I'm just running out of room on my comic shelf. So they need to go. Another series that's going up in there is Quicksilver. You know how I feel about this series. I read this one and Brimstone this year and I'm mad about it still because I wanted to like it so much. Oh god, sorry. Lore Olympus is heavy, I had to put her down. So these 2 are also gonna go into the office. I also have Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. So the 3 book, Good Girl's Guide to Murder, As Good as Dead, and Good Girl Bad Blood. I really like the series except for the last few pages in the 3rd book. This is a maybe. I'm going to see if I have the room to put it up there, but if not, this one might come back out here because I still enjoy this one and I do recommend it to people. So I like to have books that I am recommending like on the main shelves just in case I want to like hand them out. Next thing, I believe is these 2. It's Eon and Iana by Allison Goodman. I read this series eons ago. So that's why it's gonna go. Same thing with The Rose and the Dagger and The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Attier. She's actually got 2 series in this little stack. And that's because while I really like this book, I don't reach for it very often. I don't really think about it. So she's gonna go. We also have The Royal We by Heather Cox and Jessica Morgan. I didn't know this was 2 authors. Enjoyed it, but I don't think about it and I don't reach for it. So it doesn't need to be on my main shelves. I also have the Selection series, just the core original trilogy. I don't have the, I think it's just 1 book where it follows her daughter. I didn't read it. I only thought it was okay in the first place. Also in that sense, I have the Inheritance Games, which is by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So it's Inheritance Games, the Hawthorne Legacy, and the Final Gambit. If you're gonna read this series, just stop at this book. Don't fucking do this book. This book was so bad and it pisses me off. So I don't want to look at it anymore. I want to put it where I don't have to look at it every day. And then my other Renee Attier series. This was originally supposed to be a duology, so I never got the rest, and she's dusty as shit. Hold on. Oh yeah. But that is, I don't know what this series is called, but it's A Beautiful and the Damned. It's her vampire series. I really enjoyed the first book. I didn't quite love the second book, and it was supposed to be a duology, and then she turned it into like a quartet or a trilogy, but I never read beyond the second book. So also something, because I love vampires, it's gonna stay, but I don't need to look at it every day. And the last one is the Plated Prisoner series, which the starting book is Guild, I believe. I recently finished this series, and you all know my thoughts that it just slowly started deteriorating, which I'm sad and mad about. So I would like to put this away. In fact, this series is what made me decide to start clearing a lot of books off of my main shelves to put in my office, because this one I did not need to take up the room because I can't even hold them in my hands. Okay, I have big hands. They're so chunky, they take up so much space. Like, look at the size of this book alone. And it's just, there's so many books in this series that it has to go. All that space can go somewhere else. It's where I'm at. Those are all the books going on to my shelves in the office. Update. I have gotten all the books off the shelves and have dusted them so you can see the chaos around me. And now it is time to figure out what books are going where. I think I want to start with my shelf over there, just because it's a shelf I've never done anything with. And I'm torn between doing a TBR shelf again, because it's easier to stack, or doing a Donmei shelf, because I have a lot of Donmei, but I don't know what to do with. I'm gonna start with the Donmei shelf and see how it fills out. And if it doesn't work out, I will fill it with something else. Yeah, that's my plan. Let's see how it goes. right, update. I don't like it. It's quite the collection, but it's not big enough, I think, to utilize this shelf, which I guess I could show you a little bit. As you can see, it takes up like quite a bit of the shelf, but because the shelves are so tall and Donmei is so short, it just looks a little weird. I'm going to, I think, put these back on the shelves they were, and I think I'm just going to spread them out more because they're gorgeous and I like to display them that way, especially with my Heaven Official's Blessing kind of flanking my little diorama thing. I think those are just going to go back on the shelves that they were originally on and use this for something else. Don't know what yet, but we'll come back after I've done some more work. I have some unhauls before we end this video. So I have The Humans of New York, which is a coffee book filled with photos of people from New York and their stories. I've had it for years, but it's time for me to let it go. Getting rid of a couple arcs. I think I'm going to drop off at like a little free library or something. A sneak peek of Ransom Riggs' new novel. It's like a double-sided one. And I have The Love Club by Leo Min. Both of these I've just kind of lost interest in reading, so I'm going to donate them, not sell them, because they're arcs. I'm also getting rid of Extraordinaries, or The Extraordinaries by TJ Klune, because while I love TJ Klune, I'm not in my YA phase, so she's going. And kind of in a similar vein, I'm getting rid of Instant Karma by Marissa Meyer. Love Marissa Meyer, again, not a YA reader. In fact, most of these I'm getting rid of are YA. I have The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, not interested. And then two adults, I have Less by Andrew Sean Greer. I heard this got turned into a movie, and maybe I'll watch that, but I'm no longer interested in reading the book. And I'm getting rid of Fellside by M.R. Carey. So I've had it for years, and I've not thought about reading it once. So those are the ones I'm getting rid of. And now we are done. The shelves are reorganized. It's looking good. I've got room to grow, but your girl's exhausted, so she's gonna go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment down below. Let me know when's the last time you've gone through your shelves, because it was like a year for me. So she was very much needed. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!